Welcome back to X the Board, fellas. Here is the plan. Here what's going on, right? Well, they've been asking for this for the longest while. Or they've been asking for this video for the longest while. So we're trying to do it today for all. But we need a favor. We need a favor from all, right? First, we're targeting 1,000 subscribers. We need 1,000 subscribers. Right now, we almost reached our 500, but we need 1,000. We're being greedy, right? We need 1,000 subscribers because after today, we don't know when we'll be able to make a video, you understand? So when we come back, in about a couple days or so, or by next week or so, we need 1,000 subscribers. So I feel all you could do that for me. I know all you could do that for me, right? Your turn? Right, all here. So we are about to show you the cars them here, right? So these what I've been asking for the longest while. We have 3 of the cars them here lined up here. Yeah, these are the vehicles here, right? We have 3 of the cars lined up here, and we're gonna go through one by one, showing you the little specs and the little things that we did in the video, right? First and foremost, I'll let you know, right? We are not certified mechanics, but we know a little thing, and mainly we have Kian here, right? Kenya is one of the members of the X the Board crew. All 3 of us make up the X the Board crew. We came together and we decided we want to do something. We want to put Tobago on the map in some way or form, and we decided to create X the Board. And at X the Board, we are always bad like that, right? So we're going to first show you all Emiro's car here. Emiro, will introduce yourself here.
Right, so once again, my name is Emiro, of course. Well, as the boys know me, X the Board, we bad like that.
Bad like that.
So of course, this is my C33 Laurel, still in the making, still trying, still pushing forward. This is of course our RB25 Neo, non-turbo, that we turbocharged. Which is most of the simple things we do to turbocharge the vehicle, of course. The main person responsible for turbocharging most of these vehicles, of course, is Kian, of course. So Kian would explain to us most of the things he did to help us in turbocharging the vehicles.
My name is Kian. We fabricate a intake, which we bring it in front. Normally this was supposed to be in front here. We bring it in front here, right? Well, we have in the ACT, clutch, pressure plates, basic stuff, right? But you know, as he said, the car is still in the making, right? We have little nicks and knacks to still go through and so forth.
So one of the questions that was asking, right? They want to know where you're getting your oil feed from.
Well, we actually taking the oil feed from the oil unit.
Show me where that is.
Right? The oil unit is actually on the block, which is below here. Right? That is where the oil light actually valve screw onto, right? The block now, this is a 25, so the drain for the block is actually on the block.
Yeah, come on the side. That'll be down.
right? It's actually on the block, but it's gonna be different on a 20.
Yeah, so the 25, of course, you could always just go around any past place you know that dealing with RB or whatnot, and you could always just get the fittings to screw in there as well. Or from any friend or partner or whoever that might have a 25 turbocharge, and it probably they have a head and block or whatever, they could just unscrew it and just screw it in here and use it back, of course.
Right, so these one of the main things that I want to show you all also, right? This we learned from Kian himself. This right here, Kian, what is this right here?
That is actually a brakes line that we actually brassed on the fittings, which is this, to give it the feed, right?
And we did the same thing down here, which goes to the block, if I'm correct, right?
Yes, that goes, that is the oil, which starts from the oil feed.
Right, so it goes straight down in there. So that goes from the oil feed, from the block to the turbo there. And no, it doesn't give any problem whatsoever, right? And the reason why we're doing this is because we had experiences with braided lines, right? Braided lines, they say it's safe and they say it's better and stronger, but at the end of the day, I see cars catch on fire. Them fellas see cars get catch on fire because of braided lines. My car catch on fire, well, not on fire, but the line burn out, right? So we moved away from that, right? And we went to the brakes line. If you get that from off of any old car or any old vehicle, they just cut the lines long enough that you'll be able to run from the block to the turbo. The only problem with the fittings here is, yeah. So you get the fittings from the braided line, and then you cut off the ends, and then you just brass what it's on, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're bad like that.
We actually take off the idle control because normally on the Neo 25 or the Neo 20 have a 2-in-1 intake, right? So obviously in the Neo, it's supposed to connect to these jacks, right? Connect to these jacks, but we disconnect those, so because we had to remove the idle control to make this intake, right? Yes, without it, your idle gonna drop. Basically, your foot will be your idle control, right? So once you learn your car and know how to operate your car, your foot will be your idle control, right? I think that's basically it with this engine. If you have any more questions about this engine, you will leave that in the comments, right? Yeah, hold on. Right, so this is basically how the engine does sound. The piping on this car is cut off, and we kind of in a gated community right now, so we wouldn't rev it up right up quality here, but basically it's working, right? You see we idling and everything, properly and everything, so you know we have few tweaks and everything, but right now it's working, and that is the most important thing, to get your car working and to love and to enjoy your car, right? This is a Neo 20, right? We did the same make for the manifold, which is this, right? We actually cut off the idle control, right? Well, actually I have on a stock manifold, which I weld on the flange for the wastegate. Same T3 T430 turbo. It's actually a reline clutch, ACT pressure plate, and well, drift ready.
And so these are the next thing we want to show, right? So these are what we do to all the cars. The same thing with the braided line, right? What you think? What you think? Cut the braided line and we're using back the brakes line. You see, these lines are naturally made to take pressure anyway, so we might as well utilize them and use them back, right? So that's the same thing we did with all the cars. Oh, and this car does not have a blower valve, but at the same time it operates well. Some people would recommend a blower valve, but this car sounds absolutely great without a blower valve. Let me hear the car now.
Well, of course, I have an exhaust, unlike the next speaker, so I could afford to rev mine.
Right, and all you hear in that flutter there, that flutter sounding real sexy, right? So this doesn't have a blower valve or nothing like that, nothing of the sort, but yet it's sounding good and it's sounding sexy. So you could do that also but at your own risk, right? Alright, so this here is my sexy C33 Laurel.
I mean,
Bad
it's alright, you know. Can't take the grey one here, but
Haters gonna hate.
Yes, yes, it.
Haters gonna hate. Right? So we didn't build this car. We already, you know, we didn't get it built. This had in a previous engine. This had in the DE, right? The old school 20 now, right? And we boost it, we mash it up, we put in a Neo. Well, that's the same thing. Well, let's saw the last video with Kian's vehicle. You know, he put in a new engine. His was already Neo, but he just put in a next Neo. You know, leaks like that, it does mash up the engines, right? So we boost it, we mash it up, we put in a new engine, we put in now the RB20 Neo, and I'll show you now there the same thing again for the third time in the third vehicle, right? What you line? Now, we could do this a little better. It's just the only thing, it's really hard to, if you come around this side here, it's really hard when you're putting the line, because on the braided line, one end, you could screw, and the next end, you have to turn the whole wire, right? So if you intend on putting in a wire like this, that might be your only complications, right? Getting to screw in the wire, that might be your only complications. But that is basically it.
Which, yes, it might be complicated, but you can also get the fittings correct to put there.
Yeah. So that was basically the problem we have, right? And these cars wouldn't be built so perfect in like how you see in the videos, because we try to get a project done in like a couple days, right? If you look at the title of some of the videos, in 24 hours and thing, right? And in Tobago here, we kind of limited with the things that we have. We're not able to run so. Sometimes we have to leave and go to Trinidad. We even have footage and made videos of going to Trinidad, but you know, time kind of got the best of us, right? So I know some of you all said in the comments, you know, go to Trinidad or go to certain places in Trinidad to get this stuff, but it's really hard and complicated for us. So every video that you see is basically a couple days or a couple hours we trying to get our video done, right? Such as how we're doing now. We're pressing for time, we're pressing for light, you know, we're on our second lockdown, you know, so it's a struggle for us, right? But we're still gonna try and push, and we're still gonna try and make the videos, right? So the only way you could show the appreciation for us working so hard, leave a comment, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and just set up the numbers, right? Right, Ole, so that was a little walkthrough on the video. We wish we could have showed you all more, but because of the light, because of time, because of the COVID restrictions, and little gathering and a little come together, we having little problems with the police and stuff, so we just had to do this really quick and just put a video out there for y'all. Like I said before, if you have any more questions, leave a comment down below. Keep subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? Get all this shit together. Subscribe, hit that like button. Fellas, what we bad like?
bad
like that.
What we bad like? That!
Bad like
We
that.
bad like that! Bad like that.
But of course, more content will be coming out on a regular basis. We also have an Instagram page, but we're slowly putting it together, of course.
We'll put a link down below, the Instagram page. Yeah. So you could always ask any questions or whatever. So if you ask any questions on the Instagram page, Emir would be the one responding, or Kian would be the one responding. Mostly on YouTube, I would most likely be the one responding. But all around, you know, there's some form or way to communicate with us, mainly right now through the Instagram page, where you could get on to any of us, especially Kian, to ask him any more questions in depth about the vehicles, since he has the better knowledge on the vehicles.
But we still want to shout out K&K's Autos.
Monster Garage!
That's right.